All right, I'm going to do day 86 UDLR, which may seem scary, but basically we're asking the user for a series of letters that are just U, D, L, or R. U stands for up, D down, L left, R right, and we're going to move a point around on the XY plane using those codes, and then we're going to figure out if it ended up on 0, 0 or someplace else. So. First at the top, import java.util.scanner, because we're going to ask the user for some information. And then welcome to the Cartesian plane. You could say at the top, let's make a scanner. I'm calling it S just to be different. And now let's ask them for the path. System.out.println, please enter a path code using only U, D, L, and R that is 4 or more characters long. All right, and we'll say string path equals s.next line. Right here we can do a quick check. If path.length less than 4, system.out.println is too short. We could call that good enough there. Looks like it's broken, but there it is. Okay. And why don't we just put the rest of the program in an else here? It'll be fine. Path is too short. Otherwise, now we know the path's not too short. Yeah, we don't even have to. I know in my sample document, I didn't check for the path till after I checked for that, till after the user entered X and Y, but that's fine. So let's do system.out.println. Please enter the starting X coordinate. Int X equals s.nextInt. And I'm going to copy that whole thing and paste it. Please enter the starting Y coordinate. And int Y equals, okay, so we got an X and a Y. And now we have to do a quick check on the path. To make sure the path only has the letters U, D, L, and R in it and no other letters. Some combination of those letters. So what I did was I made a Boolean variable called path, and I set it to true. And then I did a for loop, and I went and checked all the letters. So for int I equals 0, I less than path.length, I plus plus. Actually, I forgot. We want to make the path uppercase. So path equals path.to uppercase. Just because we don't want to have to be checking for everything. Just why don't we just check for the uppercase letters? If, let's make a string that's just the current letter. I'll do C for character. Equals path.substring. Remember to get a single letter, we do I plus 1. Okay, and now we're going to check if this is equal to U, D, L, or R. Actually, we'll check if it's not equal to any of those things. So if not C dot equals U and not C dot equals D, see what I'm doing here? I think you see what I'm doing. Not C dot equals L and not C dot equals R. Remember, it has to be in quotes. So that's if it's not equal to U, D, L, or R, like they're all knotted, so any other letter, we're going to say good path equals false. And we could try to break out of the loop at this point, but we don't really have to worry about it. It's not going to take long to go through this loop. So now we've gone through the whole thing. Good path is true if it's only U, D, L, and R, and it's false otherwise. So now right here we can say if good path, and then right here, say path verification. And we need to print out the starting location, system.out.println. So this is a little tricky, but I'm doing open paren space plus X plus quote comma space plus Y plus space close paren. And then after the close paren, I'm going to put a tab, and then I'm going to put the word start. So let's see if this works. We should get everything up until this point. All right, enter a code. I'm going to do UDLR. Those are all valid. Why don't I go too short? And we should say path is too short. Awesome. And then why don't I do A, B, C, D. Okay, it doesn't say anything there. I forgot. Right here, we should probably put a curly brackets after this if. So we're going to say it's false, and we're going to say what the error is. System.out, because we do have to report that there's an error. Illegal character at index plus I. So this will tell you the error. And we could just say break here. That'll make it just report the first error instead of all the other errors. Okay, so now if it's a good path, then it's going to do this stuff. So let's verify this works again. Gotta love when REPL makes us all wait like this. It's illegal character at index 2. Another thing that's kind of cool we could do is add the character itself. Anyway, you don't have to, but there you go. Okay, so then if it's not an illegal character, it's going to get down here, it's going to print the start. And then what we're going to do is do another for loop where we go through all the characters in I equals 0, I less than path.length I plus plus. And now we're going to print, we're going to get the current character again. I'm going to get this character C again. Remember, it only exists up there because it was inside of that for loop. So we have to do this. We want to use that character again. We got to do it right here. And I'm going to do an if it's a U, we're going to go up. If it's a D, we're going to go down, that sort of thing. So if C dot equals U, then it's we're going up, right? Y goes up 1. And if C dot equals D, we're going to go down 1. And if C is equal to L, X is going to go down 1, like left. And if it's an R, X is going to go up 1. And now I want to print the current where we are after that move. We just moved whatever C told us to do, up, down, left, right. We just did it. So now we want to print it. But instead of doing the word start here, we're going to do parentheses, just a single paren, and then we're going to print the character C, and then we're going to print a close paren. And right after that whole loop, we're going to say if x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, we're going to say system.out.println, you ended up at the origin. That's 0, 0. Else, and we're going to do the distance formula here, but we'll do it in just a sec. So let's see if what I typed in there works. Let's go UDLR. Let's be at 0, 0. And, oh, I was supposed to do one at a time. My bad. UDLR, up, down, left, right, 0, 0. And yeah, if we start at 0 and we go up, down, left, right, we kind of undo every change we did and we end up at the origin. So that all that is looking great. Now, if we're not at the origin, if they're not both 0, 0, then we want to find the distance. So I'm going to make a double variable and I'll call it d equals, we're going to do square root, math.square root. And in here, it's just x times x plus y times y. That's the distance formula when one of the points is the origin. And here we're telling them how far they were from the origin. So shoot, I did it again. I wonder if I can copy this so I don't have to keep typing random things. I keep typing a point with a comma instead of doing one and then the other. So let's see if I can paste. All right, and we'll go 2 and then 3. And I traveled all over the place. I was typing in random things and I ended up 8.0622 units from the origin. Let me do one that I carefully can tell. If I do up, down, left, right, and then I start at 5, 5, the distance, it should be like 7. So it's really square root of 50, which is 7.07. Okay, so there you go, folks. How about I expand the window so these really complicated lines show. This is all, if it's a good path, then it does all that stuff. And here's the top part of the program. Anyway, I hope that helped. Thanks.